Yeah, I got it. This is all YouTube issue right now. I think it's up. I think we're good. I think we connected. I believe YouTube's good now, guys. There we go. YouTube's back up. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Don't need Richard King when it's not anything to do with me. How we doing, guys? All right, so one, we talked about this a little last night. All right, you may look at this and go, I'm 296, right? I want a 10.5 because that's a 290 club. I got 297. Okay, but we know if we hit that at full speed, this ball's going to go farther than that. So that club's out. I'm thinking 3-wood, but even a 3-wood, if I hit this hard, I'm going to hit the green, bounce forward a little bit, and check and stop. So there's no way this could go in, and this could also go long. So now I'm thinking, what if I max hit the 4-wood with no high tee? This should back up quite a bit. No, Ivan, no rumor. There's no, that rumor's not true, so just don't listen to rumors on that yet. Nothing true about it as of yet. I will let you know as soon as I know any more info on it, but as of right now, they're not going anywhere. Well, welcome, Jordan. Love you, buddy. Now, so I want to max hit the 4-wood here because on a harder hit, you get more spin. So the only way I can get this ball to pull back to the hole is if I hit the 4-wood or 5-wood. I don't think I can get the 5-wood there, though. So I'm going to lay into this. I'm going to hillbilly rip this ball and get it to try to back up. We'll see if I have enough juice to get it there. I think I will. So that we had no chance of making that. I don't think that was even really possible to make. Now, obviously, you have always something rare that could happen. But no matter what that did, that was as hard as I could hit the club that barely got there. It still didn't have enough to back up through the 10. So we're relegated to getting the eagle. We got the eagle. We are happy now. Now, I like the down spot. There is a spot up top. I won't even show you because I never use it. Because remember my theory that we don't want to have elevation changes if we can get rid of them. I'd rather have a cut shot that I've hit the same for the last 25 years rather than have to deal with elevation that I have no number to put on it. It's a guessing game. Well, you do it a lot, the guess gets a lot smaller and more accurate, but it's still a guess. And I like this cut shot coming in. Yeah, Neil, obviously, yes. This one I'm looking at a thumb shot with the 3-wood because I know I won't go longer than the distance there. I'm not going to be dramatically shorter to be short. It's a little downhole. This should be, honestly, the speed that I'll hit my thumbs. This has a chance to bounce the green once and then roll down a little bit. Most likely it's going to plug, and I'm not going to be past the hole on the first bounce. So we're going to probably have a short putt for eagle. And that's fine. Now, if I'm in a position where I need to make that in a match, let's say, that would not be the shot I'd play because there was no way in my head that I could have made that shot. But there was no way I was going to miss it either. That's an important factor to have on a shot like that. I just flew that. I'm pretty sure of it. Oh, it stopped. Barely. Now, I've played this a lot to know that that ball rolled down quite a bit through the fringe. It is going to be really hard to get this out to fight a left 5 on a putt from there. So what I'm going to do, I'll just chip it. All right. Now, knowing my thumbs, I don't go over 100 thumbs, so I think this is going to be my right shot. I'm going to just move it back left. I'm going to thumb it with bite and try to play the break, hit green, and then come back down. That's exactly what I wanted. I had the speed just right. Just missed the line a little. But we got some points. All right. We don't have a shot going around the outside. Hey, Rusty. So this is going to be a low T 9.5 driver with a cut. I'm going to bite it with cut and try and make sure to get it through the gap. Now, the 9.5 might be too low on a cut here, though. I'm not sure. Hey, Robert. How you doing, bud? Okay, I didn't cut it enough, but I got it up. Let's see if we can save this with a chip. And we can't. That's going to be something that... Got it, Neil. I'll get it accepted as soon as it gets here, bud. And I got it. Damn Forest. So one of the things with Forest now, I completely removed the 8.5 driver from my bag. It is unnecessary. The 9.5 gives you 2 shots on 18 that you don't have with the 8.5. Otherwise, the course plays almost identical the rest of the way. So while you could play with a 3 driver bag, when I don't need the 8.5, I want to have that extra club in the bag. This is the way we had to play this hole all the time back in the day. Move it to the right, leave it medium, roll, full C, smooth a little bit right. On the green. Yeah, there is literally now 0 extra shots you're getting with the 8.5 driver. Now, if you're Eddie Godfrey and you want to play some weird low T fucking driver underneath the tree when you could just hit a high T over and have no obstacles, then yeah, you'll need the 8.5. If you want to play like Godfrey, I don't recommend it. He's way too good for most of you to play the shots that he hits on a regular basis. We could give you better shots that require less skill to accomplish. I played this awfully safe and pushed it way up the green because I knew with thumbing the 9.5, the 8.5. Yeah, Robert, I'm leaving for Turks and Caicos on Friday, so I'm gonna be gone all next week. So I want to give some content out to people. All right, I don't like where this pin is, right? So if I try to attack this hole, backspin is out of the question because I'm going to have to cut this in. Backspin's going to snap it and will bring in way too much risk to the bunker. Now, the deep bunker, I got a little more risk with hit and bite on it, but I'm going to not even flirt with that. I'm going to cut this enough so that the ball hits the middle top of the green short of the bunker, and I'm going to try to get it to make a left turn then with bite. It's not a good shot to make, nor is this. Yeah, Rusty, it doesn't make any sense. It's awesome. It's great, but it doesn't make sense to me. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, except I hit that a lot straighter than I wanted. And the only thing that did is, if I threw that out right, my angle when it landed, so when you saw that, this is my shot, this is my spin. If I changed the angle on this, it would have flattened out the curve and made it go back left harder. It's more risk to it because if I overcut it a little bit, it's going to shoot hard left into the sand. So that was a really safe shot. Got me my eagle. That's all that we're looking for really there. All right, I don't like this setup at all. Let's go with something I don't ever hit here. But I'm going to cut a high T6. I want to barely cut it and then get it outside around the edge of the tree in front of me. The one branch that's jutting out is not in play with the 6-wood. So that's great. We're not worried about that at all. We're going to backspin this little cut. And I'm going to actually rip this because the 6-wood doesn't get that much extra on it when you're cutting it. I could have hit that a lot softer. But let's be perfectly honest. I'm not going at the hole on that. Look at how much less green I have to work with at the hole. I got an easy putt for eagle. That I'm going to miss now that I say that. Okay, well, we get this one drivable for once. Now I'm almost regretting not having the 9.5, the 8.5, because I could play a bounce-up shot with it. But we're 326. This feels like a high T forward for me. I just crank it. And I could have released it. I mean, really, that would have released could have been really good, and it wouldn't have had any risk. We're fine, though. We like the eagle. All right. God, real close to being a max par setup. If we're on the box in front of us or the box over here, there is a line straight at the pin between the large oak or the large sequoia in front of us and the trees to the left. We don't have it right now. Hey, Eric. So we're going to put it here. We're going to have a thumb 9-wood in. Actually, I'm going to do my palm shot without a pullback just because it's uphill, and most likely the 9's fine to thumb here. I'd probably land just over the edge, but I don't want to screw with it. So I get a little more sauce. So I can hit 100 straight. If I try to hit 100 with my thumbs, I'm not going to be straight. All right. There's a couple options here. A lot of times I'll knock it up to the rough up there. That's a poke. I'm not going to have any problems with water, but I do like this shot because I'm going to get a straight wind in my face. I'm going to have like a thumb 3-wood in, maybe a thumb 4-wood. Actually, I'm going to palm the 5-wood with bite. And I was wrong. I should have hit the 4. So that uphill at the end of that makes that thing slow down quite a bit. It's an eagle, though. We're good. Sit me here. This shot's going to be the same almost every time you hit it. I'm going to go with the high T 10.5 this time with backspin on this. Backspin is really important here because your trajectory coming down, the last trees are just as high as the first ones that you're flying. So if you have backspin, it'll carry the height longer, or it will go higher, so you'll have that height for a longer period. But I don't want to murder it, because if I murder that, that will get way over. Then that's right where we want it. I would like to have my 8.5 here, but the 10.5, the 9.5 has almost the exact same carry distance. Par on Once can go from 26 to 28, I believe. I mean, you're counting 1 being there. There's one of the ones. I don't know if the one on the back nine can ever not be there now. I swear I've had 26 pars, but it definitely has up to a 28. And there's one on the back nine. I guess you could say 29 with Titans because the whole, what is it, 11? That's like 400 every time now. If you get a big outwind with a full wind ball, that is actually there. So if 1 and that are there, you could look at 29 as being par sometimes too. But for the most part, if you're playing stouts, 28. I don't think that hole's drivable. All right. Now the question in play here, the thumb 4-iron is going to be short. Well, if I look at a thumb 5 hybrid, I can carry it to 170. The thumb 4-iron, I'm more looking at this as like 170 on a fly. And to play the wind and get the bounce right, I'd have to hit this with nothing. So I'm going to back it up, and I'm going to high T thumb this. I could have thumbed the 9-wood, but the 9-wood's flirting with the back edge a bit. And then the 4-iron, when you're thumbing an iron with high T, the backspin is almost like it's soft bite instead of a backspin. This is another one. I can't thumb the 4-iron and make this, I don't think. I mean, I guess I could get it bounce short. So, and that's going to be long, and I won't get enough spin with backspin. Let's go here, though, and flip this with this. Still too long. Could have backed that up on the box. But once again, a thumb shot almost on that one. I wanted to land it short and run it in. It just really wasn't the optimum position to make that. All right, I like my low T. 5 bite. This should be pretty good. All right, so we've upped our score again. That's already 3 or 4 strokes. All right, but let's go through. You guys got a couple invites you want to play. I got to play one. I got to play Mr. Wengler now that he's back from being sick. He beat the COVID. He beat that shit. But I got to play him in our monthly non-handicap tournament. All right, let's see what we got. Well, this one that I'm looking at right now, Sequoia Grove, is probably my favorite course. It's also one of the hardest ones ever made. We're going to play this Dodge City, and then we're going to play that Forest. And then I could go Royal Cove. I'm a fan of all of the courses that if I shoot clean, there's a high number, so 28 or higher, and they're hard. Like Sequoia, if I shoot a clean round on that course, I can be at 28 is the general par, but you have 4 extra holes that can be there. So technically, they can get up to 32. Then Royal, same kind of thing. You can get Royal up to a good 32 as well. It's hard as shit to get there, and it's so rare that you get that, but I love those. I love those courses. And in general, the courses that I don't like are the courses that are par 26 or less. Obviously, there can be different courses that, I mean, they can have different sets, but no, the 26 and under par courses just don't do it for me. 1 or 2 maybe. Southern Oaks I like, and that's generally a lower par, but that lower par always has an option of getting 1 or 2 more strokes out of it. And yes, I have been playing for quite some time, Rob. You know, I started playing this game at the Lantern back in, what, 98, I think, was the first time I played. Maybe 99 even. I think the first game I may have ever played was with Matt Hodgman. All right. The rare setup, but we can go down low. And like I said, we want to get rid of all the elevation changes if we can. A level shot's always going to be easier than a high shot when judging distances and trying to hole out, let's say. So this is level. Now I got my distances are going to be how I calculate them normally. And my thumbs are spraying a little bit right now. That's just not being warm. But look at that. Speed-wise, dead nuts. All right. Weird tee box here, too. Not much you could do with it. Ivan, occasionally you'll get a setup on different tee boxes where this becomes drivable. I only think it's if you're playing casual, real-time rivals, or you're playing in a really lower division. I'll never see it. And I don't think you'll ever see it on an invite either, because the invites will only use prize play conditions. All right. To me, normally I want to cut into the wind. It's almost a nothing wind. So I'm going to have a pretty straight shot coming in. We're going to play a little cut with bite, and we're not going to hit this hard at all. Now we're going to get it to funnel towards the hole. A little more cut, and that would have been good. Now you got a couple options here. Pins on the right. I prefer to be here. Don't worry, your up to a 9.5 driver clears this building without a problem. We don't have a 9.5 to hit here, but we are a perfect 10.5. Once you get familiar with hitting that spot over and over again, you'll figure out the bounces coming in out of the rough, and it actually becomes a very makeable hole out from there. Well, this has to be a 5-wood backspin. Now, if I lay off of this at all, I'm going to hit the roof of the building. And if I murder boner this thing's going to fly the whole damn thing. So I'm looking to try to be about 130 maybe coming in, 135. I think 125 will be enough too, though. Well, let's see if 119 is. Yeah, barely, though. That's short from my mind. So I wanted to get that 125 to 130. Let's see if I save this, though. All right, we got it. I'll be good. All right. I'm going to play this a little differently than normal. I could thumb this with bite. I just think it's going to stop before it gets back down to the hole. So I'm going to actually go here. I'm going to low tee and roll this. Ah! a little bit harder. I went 81. I thought that thing, I didn't think the wind was going to knock it down that fast. Pretty straightforward hole down the fairway. Give yourself a thumb shot in. Real nice. Real easy. So, and also remember when you're looking at your 6-wood, that's one of the clubs you want to get used to the distance and the cuts on, because it cuts a little differently than pretty much all your other woods, and your distances are way short of what it says. I want to have a thumb shot here. I just don't see a way that's easily possible. I mean, I guess I could low T thumb this. Let's try it. Yeah, that was the problem with it. I don't think I could have gotten that up the hill enough to backspin that in. I'll be good. All right. Lots of options to play on this one, Ivan. You can go here and put it right in front of the tunnel hole. You get a little driver coming in. Oh, CJ, you're going to get to watch me play our invite, man. The spot that I'd prefer, if I have my druthers, I would knock it straight out as far as I can. 14 in my face. I'm really worried about the last set of trees in this line because they are in play, because you're going to be looking at a driver coming in. So I'm going to lay this up a little shorter and come over here and have an 8.5 in. The event this week's actually kind of fun. I was stuck at 29s every time, and the last 2 games I went 31-30. All right. I don't remember being blocked behind here like this, but we're gonna play the gap to the slight left. Well, did we look over here? No, that's too much cut. The silo's not close enough for me to think about cutting around this way. I don't like it. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna stick with a medium T, and I'm gonna hit a 6-wood. I'm gonna bite it. And the reason I'm biting it is because I don't mind if I trickle through the green and go a little long. With the tiered green here, I don't want to get stuck in the middle on the high part. Have a good one, my man. We'll see you later, bud. That's exactly what we're looking to do. Now, if I had backspin on that, I would have been on the green, but I would have had a putt down that slope with a break to the left, and it's really hard to judge those tiered greens. Simple here. I just murder this. I'm going to nuke it. CJ, the good thing about the event is there are a couple of holes that change par. I believe it's Rustic Bridge hole 9 is on there. It might be 10. And it's not drivable a lot in this, but in real life it's drivable quite a bit. And then Sequoia 11, I believe, 2 is on there. That one's so rarely drivable that it doesn't really matter, but I've gotten it a couple times. The first game of the event, you can hit a straight 9.5 right at the hole. You got to poke it, but it's there. Now, there's a ton of shots I could hit here. Could I hit something without a high tee? Yeah. I want to hit the high 5 here because my high 5 is going to land at about 300, and then it will trickle down soft. And I laid off of it a little, but I still, 123, I had no problems getting over it. The safest play, and I get a trickle at the green. I mean, at the hole without any risk of going long. All right, we can just murder this up. Now, you know, on this one, Ivan, you have to get past the light-colored sand. That's mud, and it won't get to the green from there. You've got to get to the rough, or to the dirt, sorry. On a shot like this, it's simple. Very much there. You'll have boxes where it's hard to get across, though. Why don't you... 17. Whoa. Pretty straightforward shot. Let's just be gentle with this and stick it. No, I'm not getting crazy risky with it. And 18, pretty simple as well. We got a big outwind here. You have to worry about the silo on the right, because you will hit that with pretty much any club coming in. But we got plenty of room next to it. So I'm going to move it left. I'm going to play a little bit of a baby cut. So inside of the tip of the B, I'm going to keep it left a little bit, and I'm going to hit it with bite. And this isn't a big rip. We got a decent outwind. Generally, for you, dodge ends up being a course that you can be very safe the whole way through. I mean, if you saw that, the only trouble I had is when I laid off of a shot a little bit because I was scared of the depth, and it left me a 15-yard chip. Yeah, a 15-yard chip. If that's going to be the hardest shot of your round, then I think you're in for a good time. All right, let's see what I can do here. Get this clip. This fucking beard is weird. Nothing, you know one. It is. It's a very simple course. It's one of the easier ones ever made. In fact, I would say that most people get their first 30 on that course before, more than any other course. So, what are you specifically having problems on this, Neil? I'm sure I can pick a couple of the holes. Yes, send it to Stenmark. About it. I mean, if it's this hole you're having issues with, it's real simple. Take the club that barely shows you getting across. Bite is always it. And then just smoothie it up. It doesn't matter if you're a little short, a little long. It's fine. Literally, you'll choke. Got you in a scope. The real Slim Shady can't stand up. Now, if we're talking about problems holes, this is one of my problem holes. I feel like you could hit a full in on this pretty easily right now. But it's not a shot that I normally hit. 1, 2. So if I go here. Okay. And I don't normally play fulls, but let's just get it down, do a science. Just assume when you're hitting a full that it's 2 turns and the ball will land right there with a full. So if I look there, 2 turns left me to the right of the pin quite a bit. So I fulled it and I pushed it out left some. That's really it. Made it easy. Yeah, so let's talk about it. All right, 17. As long as you got club set that's got your low irons, you should have no problems with it. And we'll show you a way to get to it. I like where the pin is today. I like this direction better. Tear it for your face. I'm an asshole. Ah. Ella. All right, when I look at this, if I can't see the top of the last set of trees there, the low ones that you don't have to risk, I'm immediately coming over here and looking to go around. So 8 miles when you were on a fucking treadmill. Gangster. I hate All right, my thumb 4 is going to be short here, right? So I'm going to do a palm 4 with no pullback. Simple. Moist. All right, we got a good look here. We're just going to knock this up. We want to be as deep and to the right as possible, and I prefer fairway there. You can go pretty deep into the rough and get a straight shot in. Now, I whiffed that ball. I wanted to get that about 135. I'll be okay. It looks as if you could go straight over this, right? Be careful with that tree overhanging the green. It definitely has some Invisaleafs up top. So we're going to just play a soft cut with the 1 club up. If I cut the 6 wood, I would be damn short on this. And I was damn short without it, but I hit that super soft. I could have gone up to a 4 wood, but there was no sense in it. All right. Oh, we can just... I like going driver in on this a lot, bouncing it out of the sand. Not on this setup, though. I want to float this in and land on. Now, it certainly looks like a high T 4 or 5 clears a lot of the outside edge of the tree. Hey, Drew. But I don't think that's enough sauce. So I'm going to go with the 10.5. I'm going to cut it a little bit, but not enough that I could easily snap to the right and hit the tree branches. I don't mind if I end up... Nah, that was bad. I laid off of it. Fucking terrible. But we still get a chip. It's safe for a chip. Soft on everything right now. But... So we're back to clean. Again, I like hitting high 3 here. Mainly because I can land pin high and get a chance to go in. 10.5 plays beautifully as well. But I think the 3 is going to give me a chance to land up there. You could go with the 4 and just smoke it, but I'm going to be nice and smooth with this. I'm being too smooth on everything right now. I need to start hitting the ball. No, it doesn't though. If you look, it does. The thing on the 6 wood that should get fixed is the distance that it shows is incorrect. Otherwise, all clubs have different characteristics to them. But they all play that, like, they are all consistent. There isn't a broken club in the game, but they all have their own little picadillos to them too. So I like it, to be quite honest with you. I just don't like that the meter's wrong. The meter's clearly wrong. That says that this is a 190-yard club. This is a 200-yard club in my mind. That was a flip thumb at 86, and it landed longer than the distance of the club. That's not right. Those little things between the 6, 7, 8, and 9. The 7 is the only one that shows the right distance. The other ones are all are off, and I wish that would get fixed. But just knowing that this 6 is short, I knew that's a thumb shot at 91. So let's compare the two. At 91, that ball landed 225. At 86, my last ball didn't even get to the distance of the club on a fly. So that's the kind of stuff that repetition's going to get to you. And in general, it's really just... those clubs are the ones that are the worst. But you don't need to know what every club does. You just need to know what the ones you play do. Damn it. Oh, green first, and that's going to be good. But we're good. Don't let me into my zone. I'm definitely in my zone. All right. If I see 376 and I see a crosswind right to left before looking at anything else, my blinders are there. I'm thinking that this has a chance of being there. So now I'm going to look up and go, shit, no, that pin's at the front. I would need to carry this ball with a 10.5 or a 9.5 high tee. I need to carry the ball 375. Because that pin's right up front. Maybe 370 would get it there. Not possible. It might be with this. Not trying it because the line I need to hit, I'm bringing the top of that tree into play. No, it's not worth it. This is where I'm going to go, okay, what are my odds of getting that on the green? Slim to none. What are my odds of holding this out? Medium to high. Let's go with medium to high. I mean, it's too good. Golden Tee gets broken. You can break it down so simply and make the game as good as possible. So, a hole like this, your club distance gaps on the attacking irons, to me, come into play very highly here. It's part of the reason I would never use a 3-driver bag on this course. Because in order for me to do a 3-driver bag, all right, so if I use a 3-driver bag, I would have to eliminate one of the clubs in here, right? I don't want to eliminate my 4-iron because that's my attacking club on this course for a lot of par 3s. Like you saw, the ace I got earlier was a 4-iron. If I didn't have a 4, I would be trying to get a 5-wood to go, a 5-iron to go 15 yards long, or to knock down a 9-wood 10 yards. Tough to do with both of those clubs and still be accurate. So that wouldn't be an option. So then you think, okay, I drop the 5-iron and put a 5 hybrid in. I keep the 7, I drop the 8, and have a 9, an 8. I mean, I have a 9, a 7, and a 5 hybrid. My gaps are consistent, but there's still, I have to cut shots to drop those down. Right now, though, because I have an 8-iron, moving this on the tee box to the back left, I could probably thumb that right there. Or I can go here, low tee, thumb it straight, and watch the results. It's simple. You can dumb all of the holes down to just having the right club in the bag. It's really it. So when you're designing your bag for a course, you first got to figure out, is there a hole that I need a certain club on? If so, put that club in my bag. On this course, for me, the club that I need to have, and it's not necessarily need because you can get away without it, but I don't need an 8.5 driver, right? There's not a shot that makes an 8.5 driver 100% necessary. Cool. Is there a shot that I need? Now, I'm always going to have an 8.5 or a 9.5 in almost every single bag I ever create. The 9.5 is in play here, so that's my driver. 10.5 is in almost every single bag in Golden Tee now. It's too valuable. The height, the distance, and the cut that you can get on that club, those two, that club and one of the 8.5 or 9.5, those are your starting points. Then I go down, I pick my chipping club. For me, it's my 5-iron. That can change to a 5 hybrid if it becomes absolutely necessary. That's in my bag. Wedges-wise, is there a bunker on this course that I need something higher than a G wedge, higher lofted than a G wedge? Answer: no. G wedge is my wedge. Done. Covered. I will, every chance I get, I want a 9, an 8, and a 7 in my bag. If I have the opportunity, I would like to go pitching wedge, sand wedge, not for chipping, but because then I got those gaps covered beautifully. Now I have to manipulate the 9-iron or the G wedge to cover the gaps between that club. Because when we're looking at Golden Tee, you're going to hole out immensely more when you're 140 yards or less away. That's where the number spikes on hole outs. So I want to have those distances covered without a thought in my mind. I don't want to have to cut that shot in order to manipulate the distance to fit the shot that works. So now I've got my 9, 8, and a 7. I got my chipping iron. On every course pretty much now, I want one club out of the 7, the 8, and the 9 wood. You can choose which one you like. The 9 wood for me is the club to pick. The height to distance ratio on that club is insanely great. Meaning I can get over a ton of shit and I lose only 8 yards distance on a high tee between that and the 7 wood. So cool. The extra 30 feet higher, now that's not exact. I probably could come up with exacts on the height changes, but the extra height that you're getting on the 9 wood compared to the 7, it's innumerable. It's such a big advantage to have that club with almost no distance loss. Then you look at the 8 wood. If you look at the 8 wood, little less height and only 4-yard difference between the 7 wood and the 9 wood. So not a big deal again. Now, if you've gotten comfortable using the 8 over and over again, you don't want to switch to the 9, great. You know your distances, keep doing it. It's rarely, if ever, going to be a huge effect on you. The 7-wood for me, that's in my par 3 bag because the 7-wood's number is right. So it's easier. I don't have to stop and think. I can go dumb and blindly play without paying attention and not thinking about my distances with the club. Because in the par 3 sets, if you look at the holes in pretty much every par 3, you're never worried about obstacles. The only one that we're ever really worried about obstacles on is hole 17 of Pine. And, oh, well, that's one hole. The rest of them, I don't have anything to worry about. So now I'm just looking at distance and getting my gaps right. 6-wood goes in almost everyone's bag. I hate the fucking club, but it's there for me. You definitely don't need a 5-wood 4-wood. My whole thing is I started playing with the Buzzsaw set, and the club that I had for the first 3 years of playing Golden Tee on live was a 4-wood. I didn't have a 5. So 4-wood's in every bag. A 3-wood's in every bag. And for me, the extra club, the 5-wood's there. You can do some cool things. The height difference between the 4 and the 5 is pretty big. So basically the end point of that diatribe that I just gave there is to tell you that for Forest, you want to make sure you have your attacking irons be all the smallest gaps possible. So 7, 8, 9, those ones got to be there. Got to be there. That makes 17 a much easier hole. And then go with whatever clubs you want. So for me on this course, important clubs, 9.5, 7, 8, 9, and then my chipping club. That with those 3 clubs in my bag, I'm going to have no issues on most shots. That can be tough for most people. Now, why we have the... If I had an 8.5 here, that low height, you have to hit it hard enough to clear the edge, right? And when you hit it that hard, you got a higher chance of sticking the back green. This 9.5 driver is pretty much clear all the time, and the low 10.5 is good here too. Oh, I didn't cut that enough, did I? Oh, he did. Okay. But I had such a range of numbers I could hit that forward to be safe. So that club gives me the least amount of risk and the highest amount of reward with it. And that's it. That's all you got to do. That's the course. Well, Neil, it got me talking crazy. It got me going hard, thinking about other shit. So that's good. I appreciate it. All right, let me beat up on CJ real quick here. Where is it? Where is it? A19. We're going to get this out of the way night town. Where? A19. Where are we at? I know it started. Why the fuck don't I... Oh, there. A19, M31. Pine. Now, another course where I dropped the 8.5 and went with straight 9.5 only. I'm looking at one. Is one there? That's close. But nope, we're going to lay it up. We're going to let CJ make his nut on that. Get a stroke real quick. Ah. That one was going to be hard to fight the wind with the thumb shot. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so 2. All right, we got the setup I like. We're not hitting a straight shot. We're going to go over here. We're going to move it all the way right. We're going to hit this with roll. It's a full A, a little left. And I pushed it a little too far left. Now I got a chip. I went in the sand, which is good for me. Sand is much better. If I was in the fucking first cut there, I wouldn't have made that chip. Sand, I'm thinking I'm making that every time. Here's another one that we just learned our distances on. So, pins about what? We'll say 20 yards deep. We got to carry this 350 to get to the hole, to get over the water. Now, could I get this there with the 10.5? Yeah, but why be risky? Let's hit the 9.5 and backspin. And don't worry, the lower tree on the right, the 9.5's over. We got nothing to worry about here. We're going right at this. We're going right at this pin. And perfect. And the whole joy of that club is I can't, if I play the right club on the shot, I literally can't fuck the shot up. If I played the 10.5, and let's say I hit it 135 with the 10.5, well, I'm probably wet. I'm probably short, hitting the front edge of the green and bouncing backwards wet. But hitting the 9.5 there, that straight shot is going to be perfect. There's no way I can mess that up. I didn't need the release. God damn it. It was definitely a GSP scam. You're right. The GSP scam. All right, we got a decent look here. I'm worried actually more about turning this too much, but I think we'll be fine. That's a good look. That shot can be difficult, but that was a great look. Yeah, I put myself in a distance I don't like. To hit the 4-iron at a downhill shot like this with not a lot of green working with at the top, coming from this angle, it kind of sucks. And if I try to thumb the 9, it's way too long. So to hit the 9 the right speed here, I got to cut it back in. And really with stouts, I don't want to have to do this, but we're going to. And and let's be honest, cut shots as well as some of us have gotten with them over the years, they're still less accurate than hitting a thumb shot. Like this. This is like I'm praying for this hole. Stouts this hole, we got a little bit of left to right, not much though. So let's say that's a 45-degree angle. Half the wind is going right, half is going forward. So we're looking at about a 4.5 divided by 2. We've only got 2 miles per hour of wind pushing me right. So then we got a right 5. Now I'm going to decide how I'm going to play it. Am I running this into the hole? No, I don't have a club to run this in with. So I'm going to backspin this. How am I going to backspin this? If I thumb this with backspin right now, is that going to get back to the hole? Probably not. It's too long. So now I'm at a low T backspin. So now if I was playing only a 2.5 cross with a medium T, I'm going to knock that down to say it's probably a 2 win. Now, we may think that, okay, I'm doing all this math. All the math is doing is giving me a better chance to guess right on where I put the pin, where I put the tee to position the ball. Is that good? We got a right 5 to play, but now that I'm going to low tee this with backspin, that ball's going to rip really hard. So that right 5 isn't going to play like the right 5 will when the ball slows down. It's going to be getting to the hole coming real hot. So I want to lessen how much I play this break. I like where I put this ball. I think this is a pretty accurate spot. Now, if you're playing with me now, though, you're going to watch and see how this reacts, right? I'm going to thumb this straight, normal speed, by 85, and this should be great. All right. So, I was dead on right. So now, if you were watching it intently there, you would have seen I hit that 84 dead straight, low T backspin. So, I have every piece of information to make that. You look where I position my T on the box, and you move it left about an inch. Like couple clicks, couple ball turns, and you drain that. That's simple. That's where the stout advantage is, guys. The half wind, you can get good at manipulating the wind, but having half wind with no half winds, I can't use the tee to aim for me. I can't use where I position my ball to aim a shot. I didn't get that left enough. Fuck, that was a hole out opportunity. You could get a taste. Now, you're going to ask later why I took out why I got rid of the 8.5 on this course. Because you don't need it. There's maybe 1 or 2 shots that you have a possibility of being able to get, but hitting the shots with those clubs on the holes that you might have that opportunity with, they're really fucking hard. So if we look at the chances, I'm almost never going to use it. Like, I'm never going to use the shots that I could. 18. All right, let's think of 18. People think that the 8.5 is a much better driver there. The only time the 8.5 is more viable than the 9.5 is big winds in your face. When you have a big wind in your face, how often are you getting that there anyway? And if I have a big wind in my face to hit an 8.5, that ball is not staying on that green. It is trickling down to the rough. Now, you can get really lucky that it's a straight uphill shot and it's a chush from there because the wind won't matter on that because it's uphill and you're barely getting the ball you're barely off the green. So you're on the green the whole time. You don't even have to worry about the wind on chush at 18. But a lot of the times it's a right 1, a right 2. You're not going to get that positioned right. So now I judge and go, well, I could play a 3 driver bag here, but then I don't have the clubs to attack these par 3s and short approach shots. I'm missing one in there. Where am I going to gain my stroke? Is it going to be the random time where I can only stick 18 with the 8.5 driver? Or every game I will be able to use that extra club that I keep in my bag? I think the answer is quite simple, that you don't want to play a 3-driver bag on this course. I think if you're doing it, you're not doing this course right. You got to look at these courses. Where am I getting my strokes on? Is it my driver that's getting me extra strokes every round? Or is it the fact that I can hole out or make short putts all over the place because I have an extra iron in there? And it's pretty simple on most courses. It's the latter. It's play the clubs. Make sure you have the clubs to attack your approaches. And the one shot you may lose every 5 rounds for having a driver, having a different driver, well, you just eat shit that one time. My 3-driver bag I play is on Tropical. And that's because Tropical is so easy to get rid of the 4-iron for me, and I still have no problems on approaches because you can position it. But having that 3rd driver makes a ton of shots easier. Fuck. Sorry, those are my rants. So I got some rants out of the way for you. Enjoy that. All right, I'm not worried about going short and wet with this. All right, hopefully about the rant that I went on, hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Anybody have any questions about what I just went through there? I know I went a little rapid on it, but I think it makes perfect sense. Now, this is the hole that people sometimes, a second hole that some people think the 8.5 driver is in play on. All right, the 8.5 driver does not clear the trees on the left at all. So you basically have to make it through this gap, which is almost closed down most of the time. This hole is really, really quite simple when you think about it. The pin is in the middle, which means I've got about 10 yards in front of it that I can land on a fly with, right? My 5-wood with no wind and even elevation, I'm looking at 350, 351 with a high tee. So, and that's the first shot I want to look at here. High tee 5-wood, 350. Yep, that's there. Wind's not blowing it too long. Dude, I think my answer's made. So now I'm going to move it left. On this one, since I have a little out, I'm going to back it up on the box. And I'm going to straight line this to the right edge of the green, let the wind push it toward the pin. Not trying to make this so much, because that brings a lot more risk involved to the left side of the green. So we're sticking this. We're getting the eagle, and we're walking away. Oh, my God, it hit a tree. Nope. Perfect. Doesn't matter. It's hitting the tree so fucking low at the end of its spot that you're losing a yard or two. Not anything really at all. So the only thing you're ever worried about there is clicking the solid branch, the solid trunk in the middle of that tree. But if you did that, you aimed way too far right anyway, so that's going to be an error in shot. There's really no risk on that hole on most setups. If it's you don't think you can get it there with the 10.5, then I look at the 9.5 and go, okay, what's the angle I got to hit? Because the 9.5, you don't have as much room of trees that you'll clear. So you got to be a little bit more concerned when you're hitting that, but yet still it ends up being a pretty easy shot when it's that setup there too. And if it comes to the shot where you got to hit the 8.5 on it, your opponent's got the 8.5, sit back and watch them water that motherfucker. That's it. That's all you're going to do. All right, another. I like high teeing this shot here a lot, and I'm gonna high tee thumb this. Yeah, a little bit off. And the last couple times I hit that shot, I flipped it too soft and clipped the last branch, so I overswung at that one. It's okay though; it's still an eagle. Oh, this is a little different. I don't think I've seen the pin that far left. So now I'm going to look at this and go, okay, I want to keep this to the right on the fairway as much because then I can possibly eliminate myself from having a cut shot in. So I'll high tee this, move it right, and then just murder it. Or I can get it up close enough where I have like a 4-iron in, which I don't. So I'm gonna most likely have to cut this in a little bit. And it's okay too because it's a 9-wood. It doesn't cut as hard as some of your irons will. So I'm gonna cut this and pretty much hit it hard. Little more cut, but I was getting close to the halfway point where I could overcut it, and then I snap hook it, and then I got a chip. Don't want to chip necessarily ever on that hole. You got 2 options on this too. The first thing I'm always looking at is going deep as far as I can because I want a lower club coming in. Now, 10.5 will clear most of these trees. So here, I'm good with the 10.5. When you get much farther back on the box and you have the 10.5 lining up to the first line of the trees, you might want to not hit the 10.5 because you clip one of those branches before getting around the corner and you're in trouble. Now look at this. I'm in first cut. I got a thumb fucking 5-iron or 4-iron in. I love it. I went with the 4 there to be totally safe. I could have pulled back the 5, but I also thought I might have had an underhanging branch there, so I didn't really want to fuck with it. I want to just go at the hole. This looks super hard at first. And it's not super hard, but I'm trying to judge whether I want to high tee this or not, and I do. That was a really easy fucking look. Again. Okay, this is a great way to decide this. Once again, pin. What, 10 yards from the edge? I need to carry this ball I can carry the ball with the 10.5, 350. I have a little bit upslope, so let's just be on the safe side and say, well, this one might not get exactly 350, but I got an outwind. It's getting over 350. This is my shot. I got a little bit of branch on the left, so I don't want to move it here because I bet that's in play then. So we're going to keep this outside of that. And then nothing else is in play. So we're just going to high tee this with backspin. I should be able to hit this and catch the top side of the green and then have a putt instead of a chip coming in. If this was much shorter, I'd be looking at a 3-wood even, but I can't hit a 3-wood here. I want to make sure I stick this green. And I hit it way too hard. Now, this is the problem, right? I could put it here with the 8.5 if I put that in my bag. But do I want this chip if in a spot like if I'm chipping to win here? Fuck, man. Do I want to have that chip and miss it and go wet? Luckily, I got enough green behind it that I'm going to catch the fringe. So the only way I'm going to put this in the water is if I really rip this way too hard. But we didn't. We made the chip. We shot the 28. We gave CJ a number to beat. The shitty amount of points is going to suck, but he knows he can't miss a stroke. That's it. If he misses a stroke, he's done. 17's actually got a chance to hole one out though too, so that was actually kind of nice. But we got a 28. Let's see where it leads. Oh shit! I forgot you were here. I just coached you through every shot. God damn it. But okay, so CJ, you went from being good to being excellent now, right? Does the stuff that I say there, like, it makes perfect sense to somebody like you, right? Like, it all makes dead sense. Like, everything I say, it makes perfect sense. All right, we got some one-dayers I got to knock out here. And, in fact, I'm going to end up knocking out all of these, but I'll save some for tomorrow night. I mean, I think the way that I described that dumbs it down into a way that you can basically, once you get familiar with actually hitting the trackball and figure out your speeds. Okay, Corey. No, I think I made it less nerd on those altogether. But as Golden Tee goes right now, the rarity of needing a super highly skilled shot that you don't have, that you never hit. Oh, absolutely. And guys, you're going to be pleasantly. I know we keep talking about. Oh shit, that's not good. Catch top tier. Oh yeah, stop. I thought I just ruined my game already. You're going to be pleasantly surprised with the PGA courses. I really think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised. Wow, good job, Sean. Why did he test negative already? I thought he had COVID. Oh, this is ugly. This is where stouts make this shot harder because I'm only cutting a 2-mile-per-hour wind. I basically can't cut this at all or else I'm hitting the rock. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, I didn't think that was going to bite hard. That's pretty funny, Corey. You're right. I mean, everybody in casino most nights is there because they're waiting to die. That's really, in my opinion, that's a casino. Like, almost every person you see at a casino out there on a regular basis has already had life crush their dreams already. So COVID's not going to hurt them at all. You're right. Wow, I did not think my thumb... I hit it 95. I was looking at mid-80s there. Well, this is going to be a loss. That's called being greedy. I need hole out, so we're going to try to cut everything in. Nope, that's a DNF. We're ending this one. I'm not a big fan of the new par 3 compared to the old ones. It's not... The holes just aren't very fun. I bet that was Tayload, too. Alright, we're going to go back and play an event or two. All right, 316. I'm going to hit a backspin 3-wood at this. I want the club that I can hit hard. If I hit this as hard as I can, though, I think I fly it. We'll see. Nope, perfect. Perfect speed. That's it. All right, to make this second shot, I got to risk going wet. So we might not. Oh, wow. I have the wrong bag again. Yeah, because, you know, switching default bags should happen whenever I change courses and switch clubs. That makes absolutely great sense. Fucking, I just can't. That one still baffles me, too. That is, the answer that I got on that was almost as bad as the answer as to why they don't line up the hole on every tee shot. So you can see where you're aiming. It's stupid. But in my mind, there is literally zero reason for something I had to change. I had to use a fingerprint or my pin to change. Will change if I just log into a game. Wow, cool. You'll never convince me that that's the right thing. But at this point, we know it happened, so it's our own damn fault. It's just you wish that people fucking... You wish that things were made easier to play the game, which, in fact, right now, it's a very convoluted system to play GoldenTeeTV, and I think it turns players off. You have way too many options to go from when you're starting off in this game. I mean, the fact that we have 32 different balls is fucking insane, too. Alright, we're going to play this a little different with a low T5. I don't like thumbing the 6 because we know the distances are off. Oh, great. I don't have a club that I have no club at this. There's really nothing I can do. I would hit normally and let's try the low T 10.5, but I think I'm almost positive I'm going to hit too high with it. Or I fucking hit a gem. Good. Wow, if I can pull 30 with the 10.5 in my par 3 bag, well, I don't really have a shot here either. God, I want to try to go over the trees on the Wow. All right, we're making shots happen here with the incorrect clubs. How am I going to get this there in 2? Shit. Tell me how you hate me. Well, no sense in trying to not make this chip. Ugh. Dude, not only do I have the wrong clubs, but they're not doing me any favors on the set. I'm going to overhit the 3-wood into the middle of the green, and hopefully I leave myself a putt. I did, but I don't like it, but I got a putt. Lies, tell me how you hate me. And then not only we're playing very well, but they give us this. Now we gotta hope we have to hold this out, or else this game's dead. And of course, this is there with the 9.5 too. Fuck. This time I don't know. That was disappointing. That doesn't make sense why that would have checked to the right so hard. That should have been snapped in. Fuck. 23. What? How many holes? We got an eagle. We got 2 eagles left. We're on 30, aren't we? This second shot now, I got to be careful. Now, pin's in a fine spot. It's never going to be too long from here. And really, I wouldn't even be looking at this, because if I had the 3-driver bag, or at least the 2-driver, there's never going to be an in-between distance. Luckily, I don't have it here either. Don't always come and go. All right, now I only have the 7 wood now on accident, so I don't think the 7 clears the middle part of that, so I got to cut it in. Oh, I did. I didn't clear where I wanted it to. Shit. So fucking dumb. Thanks for the fucking clubs, IT. Go fuck yourselves. Such stupid little things. Now, I mean, now I understand in the development phase, it really doesn't matter to them because it's not affecting enough people for them to even give a damn. But it's such an easy fix on their end. It really is. Don't change default bag. Ever. Thank you. Have a good day. That's it. Only change default bag in the app. Have an option in the menu to change default bag to this bag. Rather than it randomly changing whenever it fucking wants to. It's stupid. Alright, now we're going to switch. I'm going to play my 2020 bag just so I have my 20. I got the 9.5, the 8.5. I mean, the 9.5 and the 10.5. I don't think we need 3 drivers on this setup. Well, yeah, it's just stupid. Why have don't make a default bag setting then? That's the other thing. If you're gonna let it change on its own, what the fuck? And it really happens to me a lot because I play a lot of par 3 bags, right? I have a par 3 bag. Well, if I play an invite on par 3s and I switch to my par 3 bag and I play invites all day and then I go to play events where I'm thinking my default bag is always my 3-driver bag, well, then it's nonsense. It doesn't make sense. And cool, and hey, I tell you what, if it happens to me at the bar, I'll get frustrated and I'll just leave. So you guys just lost all of my banger games for the day when I'm playing. Oh, you had like a concussion. All right, we got to baby cut this in. It's going to be hard to make, but we'll give it a chance. Yeah, that's as good as I could have done on that. All right, we're going to low T bite this. Ah. Another boat. All right, so we have the shot around the outside. Is that the right shot today, though? I think you're fucking with too much. I think you're fucking with too much by doing that. Fuck with the Wayne. Bad. Now we just now get. All right, move it right. Roll, full, little right, and hit it. No gain. Pays. And I'm going to tell you this right now. That shot with the 8.5 in that same setup bounces different and doesn't hit the wall hard enough the right way to get up. It can, but it most of the time will not. So it's one of the recommendations for that course to not have the 8.5 driver, have the 9.5. All right, we're going to be safe. We're going to smoothie the 3-wood with bite. That way it won't get a ton of spin on it. It'll just kind of plug. That's all I wanted. I'm not fucking with pulling that back to make it and pulling it back into the bunker. Ugh. All right, we're going old school with this shot. Now I wish I had the 8.5. We're going to try something on this. I don't know if it works. Well, it would have worked. Huh. I can't miss strokes. This game's dead now. That was a bad setup. Could have probably... I wanted to skip it over it, but I thought I'd try the low T 9.5, and it actually looks like it was under all the trees. So I could have gone right at the center of the green at that one. All right, another one. Pin's way at the bottom. I'm not worried. This is there. I wanted to hit that, let it run down, and see if I could make it. Because I didn't feel like, once that thing gets the second bounce and starts trickling down, it ain't rolling through the fringe down at the bottom of that. Raise with the gold. All right, I don't like this, but it's going to be a backspin 3-wood. We're not going to get too cute. We're just sticking that bitch. I don't want to fuck around and put that over the edge. A lot of it is on these events is attacking when the holes are there, and then relegating yourself to the golden tee par when it's not. It's actually, I honestly really like the setup this week, though, guys. This event is kind of fun. So get out there, play your 5 games, play your 150 games. And the joy of this one is you get to the last 3 holes, you're pretty much guaranteed to shoot clean. The question is getting to the last 3 holes. All right, I'm going to putt this, and it might not get out. So I'm high enough above the hole, but where I have to aim this to the right, and since I'm not that high up, I might hit the fringe first and not get my right out right. It might just turn straight left. Nope, we were good. .287. All right, we're going to have a longer putt. No, we got a good kick. Good. And I am not Eminem. Ugh. All right. Probably get hit. Now putts like that have gotten so much better since I'm not really thinking about a down 8 rolling over anymore. If I had a C putt that to slow that down, that little right break or left break that was in there, it's going to play more. Now that I don't have to do that, it's a lot more. It's a lot. What's the word? A lot more consistent where I can aim that. You'll never get it again. All right, much better set. Defend me. Have you got a fucking problem with me? Dude, this hole is not here this much. There... That's frustrating. Not there either. All right, we got a hole out coming. We got a hole one out here. Goes up until the lights go out, until they give out. I can't shut my mouth. Till the lights go out, until they give up. I can't shut my mouth. Oh. Well, the Mary would have to be Portillo's sandwiches. That's the gimme right there. The kill would have to be Little Caesars, and then Casey's Pizza. It's not that bad. The Casey's Pizza. It's not that bad. It's not that good either, though. But way to flip it up on us, dude. Way to flip it up, Corey. Gino would be very proud. All right, so we're on a 30 right now. Let's ace all three of these and get a 32 or 33. Nope. All right, ruin that plan. Chris, you have so many better options in Arizona. The fact that you're wanting a taco pizza from Casey's shows me that your palate is just garbage palate. We got a garbage palate here. You do realize you have, like, I think all the brands of Chicago-style pizza are out there. Plus you have Portillo's. The fact that you would ever eat Little Caesars or Casey's after that is just, it's embarrassing, dude. The state of Iowa is embarrassing in general, though. Let's be honest. All right, so, and this is going to be an explanation as to why Iowa is garbage. I live 7 minutes from an airport right now, right? And I'm driving 4 hours to Minneapolis so that I can fly. Yeah, I miss getting so drunk at shithole bars that I black out in an alley. But as I've gotten older, I want to get so drunk at really nice places than black out a really nice hotel room. I don't miss going back to the alley, dude. Like, once you get to taste something better. Roll $100 bill. I could kill the rocker. I could spend it on a pill that just flew in from Brazil, and they give me head 60 days a year. Sleep. I'm the type of motherfucker supposed to teeth. This is on the beach, and then fly to Baltimore and scream and fuck the police. Somebody mentioned MGK last night, so that's the station I went with today, and I forgot how much I enjoy him. Feeling I could give a fuck about my parents' marriage healing. To put them on the ceiling so when I wake up I see the realest motherfucker living. One day I'm gonna fly, be free, motherfucker. One day I'm gonna fly, bad motherfucker till the day I die. That's also starting to get atrocious. Let's hit the same shot 5 times in a row and have 5 different results completely. No, but I mean, but that's the point, though. If you live in Minnesota, you don't have to root for college. You got every fucking pros team up. You got every pro sport there. I mean, Chris and I know we have literally found. We have one restaurant that is viable, and every other one is just like, well, we could get drunk at least. Now that doesn't change the fact that Chris and I are looking, that Chris and I are still looking to go back to take some college classes again. I mean, we've been trying to convince our wives that he and I need to live on campus with each other. Orchard Green is sickly good. So I was down at the VA in Iowa City, Chris, and I got done late, and I was like, "What do you want for dinner, Jill?" Yeah, so I surprised her and grabbed all sorts of takeout from there, dude. Oh, it was good. It was good. We were very pleased. All right, so the low T 10.5 did get through here. So we're going to try it again. I just couldn't imagine it worked. No, Orchard Green has been there forever. It's been there a long time. Okay, it did not get through that time, which is kind of weird, but let's see if I can make it shush. Is that... Yeah, we should be okay. I don't like the... So I'm not going to hit the 10.5 ever again. Okay, see, that's the bounce that you get with the 10.5 when you hit it now. I mean, with the 8.5. Now, I didn't throw that out enough, and I think I didn't hit the path first was the problem. Oh! It's pretty bad for me to get food that's up to my palate. I drive an hour and a half or an hour just to get to Davenport so I can get myself get myself some Portillo's, which isn't nearly as good as it was back in the day, but it's still better than any of the trash I have to eat living here. Now, I was not as bad as I make it. There's just a lot of things that make me realize, like, it's like it's a decade or two behind any other places any other state in America. I mean, any other state that I would ever live in, put it that way. I mean, Corey lives in Oklahoma. That place has got to be a dump, too. And Chris, it's really, I mean, it's as close to fine dining as you'll find here to me. It's definitely not fine dining. And I mean, now to be fair, I did live in two cities that are, I mean, major cities that had great food. And then not to mention the fact that my palate has gotten to a point after culinary school had that effect. Like, your palate came to a point where you appreciate a lot of things that you don't get to see everywhere else. So I'm asking for a lot, and I'm calling someplace garbage because of it, when it's not really that, I mean, it's not really that bad, but you got 200 and some thousand people here, and we don't have a good restaurant in this city. Everything's like, oh, they got great bar food. Well, that's not a restaurant. They can't relate. Oh yeah, we needed that. That's what we needed. But the no professional sports teams, that's a dead-on factor. Will not be I won't move to a place that doesn't have professional sports ever again. And a shithole airport that you can't really fly anywhere without 3 connections. Uh-oh. Yeah, well, no, Applebee's would be a plus over a lot of these. I mean, like that stupid commercial, bougie like an Applebee's on a date night. Like, that's how you're living here. Like, Applebee's is bougie. I love Seattle, Biddy. No, but I got a really strong feeling like Minneapolis is probably calling our name again soon. Either that or something East Coast. I get the goosebumps every time. I almost did take a job out there, though, Biddy. Back when I was with the Microsoft contractor, I was real close to taking a job with actual Microsoft and would have had to move out there. Oh, god damn! My dick is hard. Woo! I get those goosebumps every time I fucking hold out. Oh, fuck, yeah. MGK giving me some old school Nelly? If you want to go and get high with me, so you're willing in the fall with the do-si-o-why. Hey, must be the money. Smoke a L in the back of the Benzie-o-why. Way. In a club on a late night, feeling right, trying to start something real nice. Notice what I could take home. All right, so 300. I'm thinking 3 wood, but the 3 wood's going to be hard to stop. So let's just try to murder boner this. Let's see if we get it. It's 26, 35, 24. Oh, God, I got those numbers all wrong. I like those stylish clothes you wear. I like the way the light hit the ice and glare. I can see you move from way over there. I mean, we've watched me hit this shot, and every game, the number is fucking so far out of whack of the other ones that in the short term, yeah, it would be hard to say, but I've hit that shot a million times now. 5 p.m. Pacific time. What's that? That's right, Matt. You are right. You get the voice of an angel. What is 5 p.m. Pacific time? That would be what? 7 here? Courtney B telling me about a party up in NYC. Can I make it damn right? I'll be on the next flight, first class, sitting next to Vanna White. Goddamn. Why do they have to do this to a person? This setup is brutes. All right, we're going to go high 3. Is that wet? Is it wet? Is it stopping? It's stopping. Oh, yeah. Draft tonight, yeah. Woo! Woo! Can we hit the 5 wood there? Matt Cavanaugh, you are correct, dude. I think we needed to get another karaoke jam in Dallas this year again. I think that needs to happen. I think the best karaoke jam, now everybody talks about the Dallas one. Dude, no, the one in Houston at Jake's, watching Kins perform Third Eye Blind, and then Justice has to jump in and grab the mic so he can show off what he does well. Not Golden Tee. He gets to show off that he can sing. Shorty wanna pop, we pop into this. And Shorty wanna knock, we knock into this. Shorty wanna see the ice, then I ice a wrist. Nelly Talk City, listen when I walk, pay attention. When I walk, pay attention. Yeah. But hi, Matt. How you doing, buddy? God. All right, baby tea box. No need to waste a tea. I want to low tea this. Do I flip? Actually, let's flip this with a thumbie. Oh, I think we called it right. I think we did it right. Yeah. Woo. Get excited. Guys, you're attacking irons. You got irons to attack everything, dude. I mean, I treat this game like Monopoly because I like the iron that fucking attacks, dude. All right, we're going to go low T 9.5 here. Oh, wow. Okay, I did not know that was... Oh. Let's see if we can save this game. Nope. Nope. Which one was that? Houston? That would have been at Jake's in 2020, right? All right, since I already fucked this game up, I'm going to show you guys another shot. You see the little windows in the fucking bridge? Watch this. So, if you ask John Jansa about that, I think I was up a couple strokes in a match on him, and I fucking aced it through that little hole. Oh, yeah, that was that Houston or Dallas? I think that was Dallas, right, Chris? And that was at that, it was a karaoke bar. Good Times, I think. It was Good Times, right? That was that shot through that gap, though. It's almost like I had a plane ticket to go there, and then had issues, and then COVID, and I couldn't go. I didn't have COVID, but that was the wrong shot. I should have hit a 6-wood. I should have hit a 4-wood there. Didn't really matter. This game's already dead. Fuck this. Good vibes, something like that. All right, we're gonna play one more event, and then I think I'm gonna call it time. My fucking, I'm still, yeah. I mean, if you guys can't tell, I'm like losing my voice already. I'm getting fucking really tired. I'm just playing. This is fucking. If I don't have COVID, I have no idea how I don't have COVID. This feels just like what everybody else that has it says. I don't think the 4-wood's going to carry this far, so we're going to have to take down the 3 a little bit. Not that short. That's what. That's short. All right, but I backed off enough that I could make this chip. I hit that as soft as humanly possible to get it over the edge, and it barely did. That would have been a damn... I would have had to dunk that chip. All right, we're not going to count that one. Good vibes! I just got their ad done for them. Come to Good Vibes! There it is. There it is. They just need to... I'm going to have to get paid for that. Can't use that. Can't use my likeness without paying me. Couple grapes, huh? You know what? I think I'm gonna. I think now that we got some South talk in here, I think I'm gonna change my music station to the. Let's go with the Mike Jones station. What do you think? I think that might be a good idea. Who? You may ask. Who? Two 830-800-4. All right, 268. We're gonna hit. I don't think the 6-wood will get there. I think this will be short. So we're gonna have to smoothie the 5. I can't sing these songs, dude. There's too many bad words to be said. We don't want any issues. We don't want any issues with the language. I mean, if I keep singing this well, I'm gonna have to worry about copyright. They might think that I'm using the real music. It's a little scary, I know. It's tough. It happens, though. All right, we can carry the 5-wood 300 yards on a fly, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 300 for the 5. So this should be perfect. Let's just nut it. Let's just nut it. Oh, wow, did I not? Yeah, it was 300 on a fly, and I was only 286 away, so... Well, we got the eagle, though. We're going to bite spin this and hopefully get it to trickle at the hole a little. Nope, we went long. Nope, we didn't. We're good. Wow, we are not good. 004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones about to blow. 04. Wow. Highway robbery there. Oh, we're bougie like an Applebee's next to me on the TV. Sweet. I'm just letting you guys know, if you think that Applebee's is bougie, you live in a bad place. Wow, what a bad effort I just gave that. Whoopsie. All right, one more try. We'll finish around. We got to try one out here. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But we're bougie like an Applebee's on a date night. I mean, but Ryan, you live in a place where you can piss on 7 great restaurants by out your door. I don't know where you live exactly. It absolutely is annoying. It's a banger in Iowa, though. That's a banger. All right. Outwind 300. I think that I could just, let's just nuke this and see what happens. That's too much, isn't it? Oh. All right, so on that hole, 300's a 5-wood. All right, good. Good to know. And now we know. Knowing is half the battle, everyone. Wow, Paul Luna and I are tied in the event. Can I work for you? All right, 274. We know that the 5-wood's going to carry this if we hit it hard, so we're going to back it up. And I cut it. Man, that was a weak-ass effort. Ugh. All right, let's make it. Oh! My God. Like I said, I'm starting to get exhausted. Like, hitting the ball is taking a lot out of me. That's okay. I'm going to go upstairs. I'll take a nap, and then I got 2 drafts tonight, and then my fantasy football season is ready to begin. I can be a little picky. Blame the sticky icky. Okay, so we hit the 4-wood last time and easily got that over 300. So let's do the 4-wood here, but bite it. Now, see, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, I had an outwind of 5 last time. Shit. I think I need to stick this hole this next game or else end it. End it all. So that 5 win really made a huge difference, huh? Was it an 8 win? It might have been an 8 win. All right, we're at 1402 in the player account. This will put us to 1401. So we'll play one more event after this, and then we'll walk away. We are going to walk away. I just can't imagine this isn't a 4-wood. That doesn't make, well, that hit 300 again. I guess that's just, all right, we got to make the chip. Can you work with that? All right, we got the scam points too. Scams. I'm an excellent disaster player, Corey. If you put somebody in a shitty situation in Golden Tee, like weird lie, tough, almost impossible chip, and you had to pick one player that you think has a chance, like, to make it, I would have to pick me. Oh. Let me in, huh? We'll save that one. That's a pretty good ball. That's a really good ball. You even get a little robot dancing back here. I did a robot shot. That's beautiful. Luke, how you doing, my man? Leviana. Love it when you make your knees touch your elbows. I love it when you make your knees touch your elbows. Wow, and this would have been a DNF if I didn't make that chip. God damn you, game. Fuck. All right, we're back to clean. Fuck! Why that? Fucking Christ! No, we can get over it today. Games with a hole in one or holdouts in a row. And you gotta qualify it. Are we talking? If we're talking a par 3 event, I hit 6 in a row. But that's 6 par 3s in a row. You gotta qualify the question a little bit more. Like holeouts. I mean, the par 3 one, I'd have to eliminate it. I think I got four holeouts in a row is my best. Not aces, though, because you don't ever have 4 ace holes in a row. Now, if we go to CTTP, I think I had 16 games as my best hitting aces in a row on closest to the pin. But that game's changed now. That was back when it was a hole-in-ones were all that mattered. Nice. Yeah, so the 6 banger, I got holes 1 through 6 on it. Fuck you, Golden Tee. God damn. Dude, this hole is drivable more than half the time when you play it for prizes. And it's been drivable like 1 every 5 games now. That's almost, it's to the point where it's like a fuck you to everybody. But eat shithole. Fuck. That's pretty good, dude. That's really good, CJ. 3 aces in a row is tough. I don't know if there's another point in the game other than Monty that there's 3 holes in a row you can ace. I can't carry that far. I need a big straight outwind for that. Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Okay. All right. So here's the question you got to ask yourself. Is it easier to hole out having the green be straight or the wind being straight? I mean, this shot feels like the right play right now, and I don't agree with myself before I'm hitting it. Now, I do like the sand where I can hit for low, it's like a low shot coming out. And no backspin. It's just weak, Luke. I'll be fine most of the time. But, like, right now, I want to just go lay down. I want to go back to sleep. No. God damn it, dude. This setup it's pissing me off now. I'm getting pissed now. Now I lose both extra holes not there. And I'm putting up a monster. Nothing there. At least the 32. Let's see if we can get another one. Nope. Maybe. And I did I did some decongestant before you know, it's whatever. I'm fine. I'm feeling fine. Shit. Did 20, 50. All right, we're gonna ace 18. Let's get the 33. Nope. All right, we'll take the 32 as a closer. That sucks though. God damn it. Look at this board. Fuck. 1. God damn it. All right, kiddos. I'm going to take off. I got a draft tonight, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Unless I'm feeling froggy and I feel like playing tomorrow morning, I'll jump on. Otherwise, though, like I said, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central. We'll see you guys then. Everybody have a great rest of your day.